It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. B-Flat's dancing in Philadelphia. Grace, the engineer's dancing in St. Louis. I'm Chris Denman, live at Midcoast Studio. Look at B. It's the DIY show and comedy show your grandparents warned you about. Big show tonight. It's going to be a tight show. So many good things going to happen. Get your smoke ready. Get your drink ready. So excited to be here. Look at this. You can tell B's loose. Her hair's ready. It's the show where we flip shit and make it fly. Get ready in the live chat, Picasso's. It's going to be a good one. Here we go. B, you're moving. Bearded hustling all day. Grace put the extended cut in so she could dance a little longer.
I put this on tonight to go with my mustache. I ain't get the wax yet.
Oh, well, you can tell hair and makeup's out of town because look what I just let go on.
Yeah. Where is Key when we need her?
I know. I'm gonna have to reassess who fills in on that part. B, great to see you. Gonna be a tight show tonight. I'm excited.
Thank you. And how are you doing on this great Tuesday?
I'm good. It's freezing cold in St. Louis.
Yes.
We're dealing with it. We woke up the other day and there was snow on the ground. It was like there was like 80.
Oh, wow.
It was like 80 a few weeks. It snowed again today.
Oh, that's bad. I was complaining about the cold because the high was like 40 and it was like 32, 33. And like 2 days ago it was 80 and then like 72. And then I'm like freezing.
Disrespectful.
So if you hear my heater rattling in the background, Chris, it's too bad because I got it right by my feet. I can't take it down here in the basement. You have to do this.
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
No heat down here, only what I bring down here. So I have to look, I got my heater sitting on the little cigar box that Lynn sent me. So it won't rattle on the concrete floor. So I put it on the box so it could be like
I wouldn't advertise that too much. You'll be next door at Miss Myrna's building her a heater box.
Speaking of Miss Myrna.
Oh, there it is, people.
There you have it. Before I even jump into Miss Myrna, of course, I want to say welcome to everyone watching Tighten Up Tuesday, the DIY podcast where we flip your shit and make it fly. Plain and simple. Although we can't put that whole SITH part on the shirt. We just flip it and make it fly.
I mean, you can.
We could, but
I didn't mean to throw a wrench. Go ahead, B.
Exactly. We could, but you know what? I'm trying to let people feel secure in terms of wearing the shirt and not be questioned, and you know everybody like, what did it say, and all that bullshit.
It happens. As a younger man, I wore one of my favorite band's T-shirt, and it had their name with MFN in between the names. Yeah. And at first, I thought it was kind of fun and cool, and now I look back and I was like, that's kind of rude to wear around.
Yeah, see, they're conversation starters, but there's never the right conversation.
You don't want to have a conversation with the person who's like, why does it say mother effer on your shirt?
Exactly. So that's why I'm like, I'm going to keep that part off and we just flip it and make it fly. But we flipping shit while I'm talking about it and making it fly.
While you flip that smoke into the screen, I'm going to flip this hair under these beautiful Heil headphones. B,
while you're doing that, I'm giving a shout out to Daphne.
Please do. Love Daphne.
Yes, of course. Everyone knows she's my wonderful assistant. And I sent her the upload, so hopefully she has the format sheet in her and is going along with me. And hopefully she will be joining us tomorrow on the Brief and Bake, which I'll get into later.
I'll pass over the controls to the Zoom to her as soon as she gets on. I'll say, Daphne, it is lovely to see you. Good night.
It's going to be a live one tomorrow, Chris. It's really going to be live because, first of all, we had to reschedule, and so people are waiting. Then I added a couple other people to it. So it's going to be a live one, and you might get tired, and Daphne may have to take over. So hopefully she'll join us. But shout out, of course, to my soror, Lauren, who provides us with this lovely music, my dope track for my podcast. And as I was saying, speaking of Miss Myrna, shout out to B Squared, who listens to everything that I say, Chris, anything that I mention, because you know what I got in the mail today from B Squared. Remember I said I was out there cleaning up and needed trash bags and sweeping up in front of Miss Myrna and watering her plants. So Beverly sent money, thank you ma'am, to donate it to Daphne's flip.
That's so nice.
He sent me some gloves to clean up and pick up the trash.
Are they the right size?
Yes, I've
Oh,
already tried it.
it says cat on the outside of it. So those are your feral cat grabbing gloves.
Yes. Oh, don't, I ain't touching them dusty ass cats.
With those gloves on, you can. It
Look,
says it right on
that
the
trash,
outside.
I ain't not, whatever, Chris. Them cats, so they ain't gonna let you touch them. You can't get that close. They might
I want
jump.
I
I can
want a
see them cats
cartoon.
jumping.
I want a cartoon with you wearing the gloves, chasing the feral cat through the alley. No.
I don't chase them cats. What you might see on the shirt is me doing like this. Get your ass. Yeah, you need to have my knee up like this.
That's a new
Like,
Cash App dance move.
get out of here.
The feral cat chase.
I'm adding that to the Jane. Get your ass out of here. Get your ass.
Grace getting involved creatively. I love it.
Get your ass out of here. Get your ass.
Give him the grab.
Get your ass. Yeah, man. Please send me these trash bags. So that's good because I'm always spending money on trash bags. But hold up, she always sends me the best thank you cards. They're always so nice and decorative, and I'd be wanting to cut them up and take stuff off of them and reuse it. But I'm like, no, it goes in the scrapbook. Just a very nice thank you card, very simple. She just loves everything that I do for the community, and she just says, "Stay funny and stay out there." Look, Chris. Picasso's wasn't ready for this. Why she sent me a Ralph Lauren leather dress. It's too big. Because she sent the thing talking about, and when you open the package, be careful. Don't open it with no utility knife. Don't slice the box open because you might cut something. I got you for the stage.
Who sent you the Catwoman outfit?
Is that what that is?
Uh-huh.
That's
you
a
put
leather
the gloves
dress.
on. You put those on.
If it was tighter, it could be Catwoman, but it's like a loose skirt. It's like a loose A-line.
Okay.
Ralph Lauren leather dress. Ain't that nice?
That's actually very
big.
nice. Wow.
I tried it on early. It's a little too big for me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it taken in. And then, too, I have a thing about wearing a lot of leather since I'm, pescatarian and I don't really wear fur and stuff.
I saw somebody talking smack to a comic that was wearing pleather the other day, and he's vegan, and he takes it that far.
But this is nice. So now I got to figure out, Chris, come on now. I done got trash bags, gloves, a Harley Davidson jacket, a poncho, a dress, socks. All I need is some shoes. And I done got a whole damn wardrobe. I'm just saying.
Somebody step up, get B-Phlat some shoes, or
Somebody
you can
gonna
cash app to $B-Phlat and just note shoes.
Shout out to B Squared, aka my girl Beverly Russell in Silver Spring. And then to Chris, this was so good to get in the mail today. Gail, shout out to my girl Gail Rice.
What's up, Gail?
And I hope I say this right. Oviedo, Florida. It's Ovieda. You think it's Oviedo or
Ovieda?
Yeah.
I mean, if you went by pronunciation, it'd be Oviedo.
Oviedo, you think?
I mean, if you went by, it's Spanish.
Gail in Oviedo, she said, you a thank you note. She sent 5 things. 5 nice notes on her own nice paper. Look at that. You see paper?
That is some lovely paper from the desk of Gail Rice.
And then she sent this look. All this going in the scrapbook. Look, see this? This for Daphne. You see that? It said Daphne's Project with the dollar sign on it. She sent her photo and autographed it.
She autographed it?
Yes. So go girl. Chris, that ain't even it. Look. She made both of these. I was like, she got a feature on the show. For me and Dennis. He crocheted these.
With the red and black, your favorite.
Yes. 2 of them. Look.
Aw. Dennis.
And I'm definitely wearing this. It's so cute and it's warm. Ain't that cute on?
It's nice. It's very nice.
Yes, it is. So thank you. I'll do my hair right quick. Thank you so much, Gail.
Thick vegan
she
effort.
Sent a whole bunch of stuff. Look at this. 3 thank you notes. How they hold them down, which I'm reading. So we back on track. And a Irks and Works. She wrote them all out on these papers, and I'm putting them in the scrapbook after I read them.
And this is Gail Rice?
Gail Rice in Oviedo.
Okay, so I'm told by Thick Vegan Afro, it's Oviedo is Oviedo. Like
Oviedo.
Oviedo.
Okay, Oviedo. Well, yeah, shout out to your girl Gail. So I hope she'll come on and feature and show her because she says she just makes a lot of things and crochets them and gives them away to people in the community. So I want to know her inspiration and I want to see some of her stuff. So hopefully
down in Florida. B, we've got some comments to get to in the live chat. Let us know how you're feeling in the live chat. Picasso's. Joy is back. Was working, had me locked down 13 hours a day. Joy and Heaven Sent back in the house. Carletta Spetko has taken some time off, but she's back watching. GT Davika's here. A couple people asking, Kimberly and Irina, shout out to them, asking what your shoe size is. Answer the question, B.
12 and a half. No, I'm just playing.
I was like, let's do the math on that one real quick.
I wear an 8. Like if I'm wearing heels, I try to do like an 8.5, and so my heels won't be hanging off the back, and toes won't be sticking off. I don't like for my toes be looking like a stripper in the club, but they toes be gripping over the top of the shoes. That look a mess. Like they don't get some damn shoes.
I don't know how they do it
all the time. I don't know how they do it. I admire what they do because they're strong and like acrobats. But other than that, the shoes, like the toes on the claws over there, it looks crazy to me. So that's why I always get my shoes just a little bit bigger so I don't have that issue.
So 8.5.
8.5. Yeah. So that is so funny. If I get some shoes,
14 if you find any heels in Chris's size.
Get some shoes and fall out. So let me finish up my shout out, then I'll do some quick Cash App dances.
Love it.
I got this, Chris, let me tell you. This I don't know what to call it. It's not a feud, it's a competition or whatever you call it between Brenda, Miguel. Yes.
Who?
I see you got your finger
Who was
up.
supposed to feature tonight?
Brenda Miller. Did she log in?
No, there's Brenda Robbins in the live chat that says hello.
No, between Brenda Robbins versus Miguel versus Phyllis versus Verna, now versus Cheryl. In terms of who Cash Apps me first.
Okay, Brenda Robbins says, hello, everyone. This week, I'm up. Hi, Chris and B-Phlat. Okay, so I was just making sure.
They hilarious because Cheryl cashed app last Wednesday for this Tuesday.
What is happening?
And then Miguel cashed app Wednesday at 9:15 last Wednesday for this Tuesday.
It's out of hand.
Verna tried to beat Miguel on Saturday at 11 a.m. I'm like, no, ma'am. Cheryl and Miguel already got you on Wednesday. But it's crazy. So I guess Phyllis thought she beat everybody because she cashed up this morning. And I'm thinking like, oh, they didn't beat you. They got you already last week. So it's funny how like 5 people are in this. Oh, I'm trying to beat who Cash Apps beat first. So shout out to all 5 of them. They are hilarious with this. Who gets to me first?
This is too
funny. Totally appreciate it. It is too funny. And I also forgot to mention that Gail Rice in Florida is a day oneer. She wrote that out on things. She's saying how she loves Two Funny Mamas. She discovered me on there and she's been watching ever since. So I do appreciate that. So of course you don't have to get her on.
Thank you, Gail. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Gail. I'm definitely gonna have to get her on. Let me see. I'm sure everybody wants to know who won the glue gun. So
I'm trying to sneak a picture. This is so good.
I need for Grace to throw up the project that won. It's actually, I'm going to let her, because she's so excited. She's like, I want to know if I won or not. And I'm going to give a shout out to Picasso, Sherita Jones, and she is the winner of the glue gun because she actually was the one who hit me up regarding how to make the eyeglass project from the candle lids and the clothespins. So I told her, whoever wins, I'm giving them a private tutorial. So she won. She's like, I don't have to watch live tonight so I can hear my name. I normally have to catch it the next day. So you can hear your name, Sharita. You won. You see, she says she's been collecting her things so she can make the propagator. but she don't have a glue gun. She doesn't know how to do it. She's going to try it, and she wants to get them done to give to people for Christmas gifts.
That's nice.
So I told her anything. I said, I will, if you win, I'm going to do that and help with the tutorial. So we're going to do like a little Zoom, and I'll help her get her 2 projects together before Christmas. So she won. So if you're listening now, Sharitha, you're definitely going to have to email me your address, please, so that I can pack this up. The pack of glue sticks, and the glue gun. Please send it to frugalflip@gmail.com. It's up on the screen.
Frugalflip@gmail.com.
Yes, and we can get started on her stuff.
Now, we have a question from Jesus Lives. Which email is associated with your Zelle account?
Flat out funny. I mean, not flat out funny. What's my name? Damn it. I got too many emails. B-Phlat@comcast.net.
You really do have too many emails, but
B-Phlat. I do, Chris. I have too many emails. It's B-Phlat@comcast.net.
That's hilarious.
And whoever's sending money, I appreciate it. Hopefully they're donating to Daphne's Flip. You know, we on the cusp. We got to get close.
Shout out to Quincy, by the way. The mayor's in the house.
Oh, that's what's up. Shout out, Quincy. Let me go ahead and throw up my brief and bake, because you know we're doing that tomorrow. So if you're on that list that's going to pop up next, this brief and bake is tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I sent the link out today and added a name, Tanya Maston. So if you see your name on this list, I'm definitely posting it again tomorrow, just as a reminder. We're starting at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. EST. Don't forget to get your drinks. Don't forget to let me know what city you're representing so I can have my shot glasses ready. I got to get it together, because I'm like, I want to make sure I got them. Chris, you already put my shot glasses in alphabetical order.
Of course you did. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yes, so I got to get it together. I want to have most of them here. So if people email me, DM me, however you want to hit me up and say, yo, B, I'm on the list and I'm representing Chicago. I'm representing this. Please let me know in advance so I don't have to keep running back and forth getting shot glasses for tomorrow's party.
A lot of good questions in the chat tonight. Yes. Making sure I'm not missing any. Sharitha reminding everyone not to send an email to Frugal Philip. Thank you, Sharitha.
Oh, she's taking over your job.
Well, no, it's important. More people should know that.
Flip, not Philip.
Quincy's got a real conundrum. I'm hungry, y'all, but don't want to cook. Oh, poor Quincy. So a question. This is a legitimate question that I missed. Joy wants to know, do we send what we made for Daphne's Flip to B directly?
I'm not sure about that yet. I probably need to work that out with Daphne in terms of like if she wants things coming to her house or.
Daphne's in the live chat. Maybe Daphne can answer it. I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say I'd have to work that out with Daphne, and then I need to. I know she's making something in the colors because they already hit me up and told me that. So I guess it's up to Daphne. But other than that, they could send it to the PO box, and I could bring it with me depending on how big it is. But we'll work those details out. I'm gonna have to call it. Yeah, I appreciate it. You know I love them there. That's shout out to Joy and Angel in Tampa. That P.O. box is getting worn out. You know, they just asked me today when I took the yellow slips and handed to the dude. He just took them. He ain't even asked me nothing. They're so used to seeing me. It's like, just here, give them to me.
Just head on in.
Well, it is more. I was about to say it's warm. It's cold. I'm tripping. It's super cold. And I sent out an email for John and I to follow up regarding the sweatshirts, because I'm going to hopefully release Brandon's t-shirt. He's number 5 on the list of our Picassos, our final series of t-shirts. So hopefully I'm going to be able to release his t-shirt and a Picasso Mayor sweatshirts.
Hello. Look out.
Yeah, soon. Like hopefully by next Tuesday or now, but definitely, hopefully before Thanksgiving. And then I'm letting everything run. I'm bringing back everybody's t-shirts for anybody that didn't get them, so they can have them stocked up and ready for next summer or the spring. And I'm running that code, and John told me that people aren't using it, and if you want to save, please use it, BPH10, and you get 10% off of your purchase of 3 items. And it's a good discount to use because Christmas is coming up and you never know what you might want to get people. If you get 3 things, you get 10% off. Remember, it's BPH10. And I think last but not least, I'm going to show this video of my shout outs and I'm doing my dance. And then I'm going to show my flash rag. Keep it pushing. We doing good, Chris. So this is for, now here's the funny thing. I got to set this video up. Because right before I did this video, I get a text from a good friend of mine. She's a comedian in Atlanta. And she's like, yo, B, I'm always watching the Sherri show. And when am I going to see your face? And I was like, oh, shit, Sherri, we got to do a video. So good Sherri, question. We did a video.
Hey, Alicia.
Hey, she coming on the show. Why you
I'm on the show
everything?
Right now.
She on the show right now, but you coming on the show.
I am coming.
She gonna be on there. We trying to set some stuff up. You know, we gotta like prepare the way for greatness.
And can you send this video out to all the other people that keep saying, B, when you gonna be on the Sherri show? When you gonna be on the Sherri show? So just send this video out. You can post this and it'll let everybody know.
Golly.
Everybody knows Sherri has done
B
so much for me that I'm already on the Sherri show because she put me down for Tighten Up Tuesday. So look, tell a motherfucker I'll be on the Sherri show. Watch this video.
She working on
this
her.
This is why I won't be on there just yet.
For the
but
show.
Exactly. This is why I ain't on there yet. But tell a motherfucker.
Because we just told her she can't have weed on the show.
Exactly. And they was about to put me out of her dressing room because I was blowing it out the window. But whatever the case is, tell a motherfucker.
God. Is that why Robin Roberts got a contact?
Might be. But whatever the case is, I'm doing me, Sherri's doing her, and we do this together because it ain't nothing but love. So let a motherfucker. Thank you, Alicia. Bye. We did that for you.
This is the
So I had to sit in that because I was like, every day, Chris, somebody be like, girl, I'm watching the Sherri show. When you gonna be on it? Girl, I'm watching the Sherri show. I'm gonna make a song and say, girl, I'm watching the Sherri show. When you gonna be on it? Girl, I'm watching the Sherri show. When you gonna be? Remix, Sherri show.
Oh my gosh.
So I did that because I was at the Sherri show yesterday. I had to get up there early to get my makeup done because she and I taped Kevin Hart's Celebrity Game Face.
What is that?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
It was so fun. I can't give you all the details because it's gonna probably air in the spring, but she and I were partners, but it's a game show with like celebrities, like whoever they want to bring on. Sometimes it's couples or a manager or whoever, but you got to check out some of the funny episodes. It comes on the E channel.
Oh wow.
So yeah, we were on with I don't even know if I can't really say, but we were on with other celebrity couples. I'm thinking about that release that I signed in the fine print. You know, you got to think about it.
Did you counter? Did you give E Network your version of a contract?
Oh no, because once they sent theirs and I read through it and it was 3 pages.
Okay.
It was very, because believe me, I make notes on shit and I was like, if I had questions, I hit your girl Moni up. I was like, Moni, if I do this and what about that? And I was like, and I can't be eating no crazy shit on the show because I'm serious because sometimes they make you eat stuff. Right. It's a competition thing.
Well, it's not Fear Factor. On this show.
On Kevin Hart's show that he hosted, he and his wife, Aniko, and they have you do crazy stuff around the house or whatever. And you don't know what it is. So they come and they set up everything and they set up at Sherri's and we were there and it's 3 hours of
great.
taping. But it was fun. So that's what I came up there to do. And she's like, come to the show, meet the people. And look, Chris, why they had to put me off the set? Because one, I was drinking coffee. Edie brought me coffee. So the dude came over and he was like, Edie should know better. You can't be drinking coffee on the set. And plus, people can't be pointing at you on the sideline, the audience. Because I was standing by the DJ like this, right? And these people up in the audience, they was like, there she go. Oh, you gonna be on it? And they kept, and I'm on the sideline like this. No, I'm not. And they was like, and you can't be, the audience got to pay attention. So he's like,
you were a distraction at a daytime network.
Yes.
Flat.
So I had to go in the back. And when I went in the back, that's when they did my makeup. I was like, I ain't know.
That's
And I was
so
standing out
great.
there without my mask on. I was the only one without my mask on.
That's so
And
funny.
I ain't care shit. You know me, Chris. I do my own thing. I'm me everywhere I go. So it ain't stopped no show. I know I'm going to be on. And they love me. But I was like, oh, let me go with the coffee. So I had to leave. And they was like, Chris, you should have seen. It was these ladies all up at the top. They was like, you going to be on? Is you I was like,
You had a couple Picassos in the crowd. Okay.
it was like people that kept doing that. And then they was pointing. And then one lady stood there like, she right there. I was like, Lord have mercy.
As if the producers did. Oh, thank you, audience. Come
Right,
this
so that's
way,
why-
B.
and
That's so
Edie
great.
was like,
That's so
"You go
sweet of
there
them, though.
And stand by the DJ and you'll be out the way. I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, he was like, you disrupted the audience, people. They got to pay attention.
Oh God.
They supposed to pay attention to the dude that was the wrangler. You know, that do the audience warm.
Oh, do they have an audience warm up comic?
Yeah,
Who
and
is
he
it?
was funny. I forgot his name, but it's super funny.
I should
But yeah,
ask
they
Sherri
was all. You ain't supposed to be standing up. They have to do what they. I was like, let me take my ass in the back. So, yeah, I went in the back. And that's when they started doing my makeup. Then we left after the show. Hey. So it's funny, when I was doing that video, I noticed I had all this kale in my teeth because I was eating a kale salad.
God,
So when
dang
I
it,
post it tomorrow, I'll be like, disregard the kale in my teeth. There you have it.
Good for you. I love it. We Ms. Michelle says if Miss Pat can go on and not cuss, B will be fine.
Oh, I ain't worried about cussing.
Yeah,
That ain't even me. I mean, I don't have to do that. I've done TV and plenty of stuff before, but
yeah,
you know, I be talking shit off the set.
of course.
But I ain't even worried about that. It's about how you present yourself in 5 minutes in front of millions of people.
Right. And it's tough because you kind of have to have an act ready, don't you?
You do. So, but you know, I stay ready, Chris. I ain't got to get ready.
You ain't got to get ready. That's what I know.
So let me go and do my quick Cash App dance.
Please do.
You know,
we love a Cash App dance.
Yes, and I love some great supporters as always. Of course, this goes out to Laura H, Kathy, Lafer, Candace Perry. Shout out to Candace, belated birthday. She celebrated last Friday. Ruth, Antonia at Quincy, Kathy. Kathy donating to she talking about for some shoes. Why Kathy send me some money for some shoes? I love my Picassos. They hilarious. Wait a minute. Oh, they make me want to do the Michael.
I can't deal with it. Oh,
They make me want
God.
to do the Michael.
Oh, every week. Oh, my gosh. It never fails. It never fails. This is a big thank you dance to all the Picassos. You know, Fab 540. Fab 540 says, hey, Yellow Pants, hello. GT Davika says, get it, B. Danielle says, get it with some dancing. Missy Shoes dancing. Kiana's dancing. Oh, everybody's laughing. Tanya's laughing.
Oh,
Irina's partying in the comments. You know, Irina's here to
yeah,
party.
no, she wrong for talking about
Pack
for some shoes.
93, Kimberly Keels, Bobby V, Soul Smoker, Danielle Murray. Oh my gosh. I think I saw Jamie in the comments earlier. Oh,
Lord.
What a show.
My goodness.
This is your life, B. You put
This
a
is my
significant
life. I
amount
love
of time into this. I love
I
it.
love it. Where did my card go? I got
Shout
all
out to
the
Joanne.
papers.
I'll try to keep laughing.
Oh, let me turn my blue gun on. Oh, I forgot to show you my box that I got from the show.
Shout out
See
to
that,
Thick
my
Vegan
lunchbox?
Afro for being day one. What is this?
My Kevin Hart lunchbox.
So this is on the E channel. I don't ever watch like regular TV.
I think it's in like its 3rd season. Don't get
Good
me the line.
man. That guy does so much stuff. That's so
He does.
inspiring.
I don't even know where he gets the energy from. But he's young, so you got to do it all while you're young. Do it while you can.
You got to think, he was like the 6th lead on like some comedies not that long ago, and now he's just the biggest thing on the planet. It's very cool.
Why he said, this lady, B-Phlat, he said, I love her to death. You know, she took me on the road with her. We rode to Canada, drove to Yuck Yucks, 10 hours. I forgot my passport, and she was going to leave me at the border. I said, yes, I was. Didn't I tell you to call your mama? I said, Kevin, you're going to have to call your mama because you're going to make me miss my money.
Right.
And it's only a little bit of we was at the border for like 2 hours and then they let us go through because I had the paperwork. We were driving and all, and they let us go through. And then when we was leaving, they thought he was my son. So we ain't had no paperwork to get out. He didn't. He left his passport in my house. And he was like, I said, that's probably why you don't be booking me on stuff, because you always remember that I was going to leave you until you call your mama.
Hang on, I'll even go formal. Mr. Hart. Can we get a speaking role for B in an upcoming film? Just one. She'll kill it. You know she'll kill it.
You wrong for putting that plea out, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, let me show some of these flash rags, t-shirts, and yes, shout out always to Kayla, aka Gail.
Aww.
You see, she's rocking. Everybody getting these flash rags, and I love it. I love that people, because everybody know you still sweating. And sweating ain't going nowhere.
I like the bonsai in the corner of the background there.
Oh, in the backdrop, I just noticed that. I see you, Gail.
So that was Gail. Shout out to Gail.
Kayla, aka Gail.
Kayla, aka Gail.
Yes, and this is Karen Blanton, who always donates generously to Daphne.
So awesome.
You see, she got it all, Chris. The rags, the shirt. Yes, and the apron. Ta-da! That's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. That's how you join the Picasso Nation.
That's a B+ Picasso. Look at all that. Yes.
Between her, Sharitha, and Mark, they represent all of it. They be getting it all.
So
and
great.
I appreciate it. And Irina. Shout out to Irina. You know, they all, because, you know, she got the apron, the rag, the shirt. It's a lot of people that's, they tripling it up. That's what I'm going to call it. Tripling it up.
Shout out to Christopher Goff. Says, don't underestimate Team STL out here. You never will. Daphne loves the photos. MM's STL in the house.
Show my girl Natalie chilling in St. Croix. Grilling breadfruit. I have to look up what breadfruit is.
Breadfruit.
You got her breadfruit. Yes. Shout out Natalie Milligan. And she's going to be on the Zoom tomorrow. So she can tell us what breadfruit is tomorrow.
I can't. I couldn't. I have no guesses.
I'm going to look it up, but it sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. So shout out to Natalie with her flash rag. Last but not least.
That's the kind of joy you put with people. You see the smile?
And that's what it makes, like when I open up stuff, I could be having a weird day. I never have bad days. I always have like weird days that kind of try to throw me off and have to regroup. When I opened up my gifts today, I was like, Lord, not the trash bags and the gloves. So it just made me, I was like, oh God, I love my Picassos. They listen to everything I say. So it changed my whole mood around because I was so exhausted, Chris. I didn't get home until midnight from yesterday. And I was on the train trying to work and get stuff done. I left at 5 a.m. and I got home at midnight. So I was like, I'm tired. But you know how I do. I push right through. It's the little engine that could. So that's my other flash rag photo of me getting my makeup done.
Of Picasso B-Phlat.
Yes, of course. I'm like, I rarely show myself using my own flash rag. But yes, and shout out to Rodney. He was doing an amazing job. He had me looking so tight. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, do I really have makeup on? It didn't even look like it on my skin.
Oh, that's
He matched it up like perfectly. He's the bomb.
Shout out to Rodney.
Yes, shout out to all the flash rag buyers, and make sure you get your flash rags. And don't overuse it like me and have it looking like this with an ink spot on it.
Where did you? Okay.
One of the pens broke in my purse. You know, this is my prototype. Sure. And I'm holding on to it, Chris, because it's funny. I figured I'm going to take the three, the blue, the pink, and the red. Oh, I can't take the red because Lorraine got the red in Texas. Damn it. She got my prototype. I was going to frame these, the first flash rags that ever came out. So I'm going to frame them and leave I'm going to put a red square or in the one frame and say, Lorraine got my red flash rag in Houston, Texas. She has the prototype.
Just put it, make a drawn outline of Texas, put a star by Houston. And say,
in Houston, I'm like, Lorraine Bonaparte got my damn first flash rag. And here's the pink one and the blue one's and they look a mess. I need to start cleaning the house with these, Chris. But I'm not. They're endeared to me. So I am framing them. Ink spot and all. And then I'll write in there how it busts, all that good stuff. Let me read Maya's card. Maya, our guiding light guru, You know I love her to death. Her card today is flow freely. Play with how you do things throughout your day. Release the need to control everything and everyone. Enjoy the process and take it one step at a time. No rush, just go with the flow. That's like a card that people should read every day. If you don't have Maya's cards, get them. Make sure you go to her Etsy store.
Beautiful.
Yes, get her stuff because, she's super dope in terms of getting into your mind and helping you calm your mental and just bring it back down to the basics.
You saw how wonderful she was when she came on and sat in as a guest. She was so great when she came on.
Yes, and just how she just manages. I told you she reminds me of a little mini me in terms of managing and organizing, and how she was talking about how she has her kids do certain things at certain times, and she got them on a schedule. I was like, okay, but she don't seem like a tiger mom. She didn't seem like that kind of just super
pretty laid back.
Yeah, I love that. All right, let me do my DYK, and I really feel bad because this came through. A Picasso sent it, and I forgot to write down who sent it. So when they see it, hopefully they'll remind me. Yes, because I normally I hate doing like shit like that. And don't say it's the weed, because everybody know I've been smoking since 82. And if I was gonna forget something, I would have been forgotten by now. And I'm really good at that kind of stuff. But
I've been smoking since 82.
82. I totally forgot. Oh, I ain't plugged this shit up.
Let me try and think. In 82, you would have been what? 28 years old. 28 years old. You like to tell people you're older than what you are.
Not that old, Chris.
Yes.
You wrong for that. That's too far. I was 13.
Got it.
Yes, I sure was. All right, so my my DYK is dedicated to a Picasso who sent this to me. And please, hopefully, like I said, when you recognize it, put it in the comments, and I'm going to find it so I can hopefully shout it out if they are not watching next week. Anyway, our DYK is a Black first, and her name is Lorraine Hansberry. And Grace can throw the photo up really quick. And Lorraine Hansberry, very interesting. And I didn't even know this, and I need to get up on top of my stuff. Mm-hmm. Is the first African-American female author to have a play performed on Broadway, a.k.a. A Raisin in the Sun, January 12th, 1965.
Wow.
Now, here's the interesting thing that I found out about her. I'm just going to read this really quick. At age 29, she won the New York Drama Critics Circle Award, making her the first African-American dramatist, the fifth woman, and the youngest playwright to do so. Also, Hansberry's family struggled against segregation, challenging a restrictive law in 1940 U.S. Supreme Court, Hansberry versus Lee. They were the first to challenge discrimination in the suburbs of Chicago in terms of Black people moving in and then they being discriminated against and raising the rates and not allowing them. So they brought that case about. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And then it led to a case that they ruled it unconstitutional in a case called Shelley versus Kramer in 1948, 8 years later. So that opened it up. Her family opened it up for Black people to move into communities, into the suburbs.
That's huge.
Yeah, so that's why I like to read through all the information I get, because there's always some other interesting information.
Yeah, you hear these things, and for people that don't get it, I mean, I'm not obviously your audience and you, but that's what I think a lot of people fail to realize that don't connect with a lot of these issues today. Is you're like, this wasn't like 1,000 years ago. This was a lifetime ago. This is not even. That's not even. Ariel Bell in the live chat says, I learned this info researching for a paper I had to write on a raisin in the sun.
It was Ariel
Bell. So shout out to Ariel Bell for
the
wonderful DYK.
ARIELBELL. I was like, damn it, I could. So shout out to Ariel. I appreciate you. I was like, I can't remember who sent it. I don't know where. I'm still trying to learn how to work Instagram. Like when people send me DMs and the general, the primary, that's the stuff that blows my high. It ain't Miss Mary on the bench. He's trying to fix social media.
It's not the feral cats. It's not Miss Mirna's bench. It's not Frugal Phillip. It's that. Jamie saying, I think this is the first time I've seen Christopher and Brown. Jamie, two things. Okay. I'll take the compliment. I'll also correct you that it's burnt orange. There it is.
And I'll also correct you that is not burnt orange.
It is, Grace.
That is brown.
No,
you colorblind.
No,
and if we want to do a poll on if people believe Chris is colorblind or not, we're going to do a poll.
I'm going to ask all of your aspect ratios on your televisions or whatever you're watching this on. Chris, I'm going to tell you to correct your color.
Chocolate brown. Grace, what color is Chris wearing?
What color is this, Grace? Fire up that mic. Is it brown?
No,
she hasn't said. I'm now questioning my own sanity.
It's brown. That is not burnt orange unless something is wrong on my screen. It looks brown to me. Grace, you're there live.
I would say it's a bit of a graham cracker color, if you will.
What'd you call him?
Graham cracker color is brown. That ain't got shit to do with burnt orange. Burnt orange almost looks red.
How
it's
do
like
you not see orange
color.
In this?
I do see some orange. I think it looks a bit more brown through the camera.
We're going to do a poll and let the people decide. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and jump in and let people know how we're doing on Daphne's Flip. Since we're talking about Flip. Shout out to Karen Bladen and Gail Rice, who've been donating, like I said, to...
Not one person in the live chat is supporting my orange claim. So I'm going to go ahead and just take
somebody said it was burnt orange?
Not one person.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, they are not a Picasso. Obviously, they do not know the color wheel. And I might have to send out a damn test.
Sorry,
go
ahead.
Test of color. I might have to come up with a test for the Picassos in order for you to be in the B pack. You don't know your colors.
You call me Christopher. I think it's got orange in it. All right, back to your show. Sorry.
Color. That's a different color. If you think it got orange in it. Daphne, right now we're at $487.50. And like I said, shout out to Karen Bladen and Gail Rice for their donations weekly. Getting us to our goal, we're $1,570 short. So I'm sure next week I'll report and we'll have more and doing what I do. And hopefully by next week I will be showing Daphne's drawings. And I spoke with Kym down in Florida, and she's actually in Lake Worth. It's a suburb outside of West Palm Beach.
Oh, I was curious.
Yes, that's the Karen Hunter flip that I'm going to be doing. That's an outdoor patio. That's like an L-shaped. So we talked for like 2 hours just about what's going on with her. I'm going to be trying to do that in like the February, because she said the weather is really nice there, even in February and January in the 80s. So it'll be great to get down there and do a flip, get it out the way. And like I said, it'll be a challenge to do an outdoorsy type of project. So, because I'm working with indoor-outdoor weather, it's her patio, but even though it's enclosed and screened, you know, we still have to be conscious of those things. So I love that I'm doing well-rounded.
What's the alligator situation where she's at?
I don't know about that yet, but I know her stuff is screened in.
You're gonna be outside. You better check on it.
I don't have to be outside. I can be in the screened in area.
They'll come through screen.
Well, Kym be watching the show, Chris. So if she says something in the comments, I'm just let
me know what the gator situation is before we get B's foot bitten off.
Chris, thank you for reminding me to tell B about the alligator situation. That's a whole nother story. If she says that in the comments.
I had a guy in Houston. I go, aren't there alligators here? He goes, yeah, you just leave them alone. I was like, no.
Right?
No. That is not the attitude we will be taking with the eating machines.
He said that's like I got roasted. Oh, we just leave them alone.
No.
Oh, wow.
You certainly don't. Okay, sorry. Real quick, Ariel wanted to remind you that your DYK... Chris, tell B, don't forget Lorraine Hansberry was an honorary Delta.
Oh, that's right. You know, I always be forgetting about the honorary ones because they didn't pledge. So it don't register all the time with me. But she's right. She is an honorary Delta. And see, that's the asshole of me when it comes to having been beat and pledging for 13 weeks and being the last of the neophytes. Fall 89 in the house. So when people say stuff to me like that, I'll be like, bitch, please, I pledged. I got the paddle. I got the paddle on my feet and ass. So
good.
I get a little, that's why I get a little bipolar when it comes to that. I might snap out on your ass. What you say to me about? So, I try not to skip over that, but yes, she is an honorary Delta. So I want people to see this video that Shantae is working on in terms of putting all the clips together in like a trailer that has to get submitted to Sharon for me to get the show. So he's giving me a sample of how he's putting like the comedy portion in, how they start off and puts the flips in, and it's an unfinished edit. I just want people to get a sample. So it's like 3 minutes, but it's so dope. I love his work. So let's check it out.
Let's see it.
And this is my frugal flip.
It's a very funny girl originally from St. Louis, Missouri.
Y'all about to see another sister blazer.
Y'all start clapping right now for my girl.
Give it up for B-Phlat.
Give it up for Miss B-Phlat.
Miss B-Phlat. Where my brother? Oh, thank you. Where y'all was at?
Smoking.
I believe you. Don't smoke. At least a nigga ain't lie. I ain't mad at you. They got a rubber band on them. All this sweat, all this. You'll be dipping out the picture. You are part of the crew. You ain't be dipping out the. She all like, let him get me. Can't be dipping out the picture.
This door, we're gonna paint it white on this side. I'm not a painter, but apparently somebody believes in me a little bit more than I do. Do not want painted, because sometimes it can be very difficult to get paint off. So make sure you tape it up as good as you can. See how she just threw that down there, how she trusts me? That's how this gonna go. We're gonna see.
Okay, let's go. Well, you were wiping yourself down, and so I stopped recording.
But I felt my skin right there, and I forgot these are the official Frugal Flip pants. I'm gonna sell these shits like Kanye with a hole in the leg. I'm gonna sell my Frugal Flip pants with the official hole in the leg, and right on the hole I'm gonna say, lips.
I live here, you know that, right? So I am the homeowner. What inspired me? Well, B-Phlat inspired me because I wanted to redecorate my space and make it more cohesive.
Number 3,
yeah.
Have you ever attempted to do a renew decorating or organization on your own?
No.
Wait, stop. Reiterate the question.
What's the question again?
Y'all know what it is. The final reveal. When it's all said and done, I like to walk through and let everybody see everything that we flipped. When I first did Tina's list, I had 18 things down that we were gonna flip. So I'm not gonna count, but I'm actually gonna go through and show you everything that we've done in this reveal. This actually was her nook, and I put some shelves in it, and this is actually old leftover flooring. Taina, when I saw this on Amazon, I was like, you gotta order this cover. Don't worry about a pillow, because we can make pillows. So everyone was astonished how we cut up a comforter, rolled it, and duct taped it, and put it inside this pillow cover. This here is a propagator little station that I decided, when I saw these, I wanted to make sure she got the little propagators that kind of reflect her. She's a free spirit, like a bird. She's definitely a diamond in the rough. I think that this flip looks super dope. It looks just like my drawing. Another successful, hard-working flip. This was the shit. It was a lot of work because of a lot of little tedious things to do, but it turned out beautiful, and she's happy with it, and that's what makes me love what I do. It's, what do they call this, a labor of love?
Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. He still has to add
funny.
like the before pictures and like some of the projects that we do here on the show. And when you send them the clip from the Soul Train, that was in the email 3 times. When you send them the Soul Train, I'm just When you send him that clip.
Does Taina still watch the show? I haven't seen her in live chat in forever.
Yes, and it's funny because I get a text from her like every other day.
Oh, good.
Either in the DM or
she seems great.
on my phone. Yep. So, yeah, I love what he's working on.
That was great. That was very funny.
Yeah, so we're going to tighten it up. I have to do some narratives and say who I am, and he has to put like that in the beginning and just kind of narrate a few things, and it's going to be 3 minutes, a tight trailer, and Chris, the package will be ready to go.
I love it. We've got a lot of compliments, and then people are arguing. Okay, so Irina says great video. Heaven Sent says okay. Shantae, I see you. Adrian Elizabeth Houghton, B-Flat, you are funny. Fab 540's cheering on. Baby Ruth Candy's cheering on. Joy's saying all kinds of fun stuff. Kimberly's having a good time. The Gator Talk has evolved into some arguments, I believe, in the live chat. I just wanted to say, Antonia says, fabulous. Love hearing from Antonia. We've got, so Jamie was doubting something. They're talking about gators not being a nuisance. My favorite golfer, Chubbs Peterson, lost his hand to a gator, and then his life eventually. It was.
I'm sure it's a problem, and it don't get reported as much as it should.
Well, did you ever see that documentary, that golf documentary, Happy Gilmore?
No, I didn't see that. That's one of Dennis's favorite movies.
Adam Sandler film.
Dennis loves that movie. But
Carl Weathers plays a golfer that lost his hand to a gator.
I'm sure it's people that go to the hospital in Florida.
Or the morgue. Or they
have
a memorial.
Not just from the alligators, but them big ass lizards that be running around.
Lizards aren't the problem unless they freeze and they fall out. They'll freeze and they'll kill
I've seen them run around, and I don't like them, and I be thinking they gonna run up on me and bite me. I don't know. They may not.
They got the pythons there too.
Oh, Chris.
And then if you go out in the water, there's sharks.
You just made me think about all the crazy shit that do be happening in Florida.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that I don't see no pythons. I already got to battle the little geckos and the mosquitoes.
That's the best part. The little lizards are fun. We do a whole. Yeah. There's another podcast we work with. Greg Fitzsimmons and Mike Gibbons do a show called Sunday Papers, where they cover the topics in the news each week, right? In a funny way. One of their topics is called "Make America Florida" because there's always a wild ass story in that. So
that's why they started that show, Cops.
Just because Florida had so much to work with.
Florida, it started in Florida. If people want to look it up and challenge me, fine. I don't care. In my mind, it started in Florida because about 90% of the episodes on Cops.
I've been to Florida a bunch of times, by the way. I'm just giving Florida trouble for all the wild.
I like Florida. It's a good eclectic mix down there. They got a lot going on from down to the bottom to the top.
If you go to South Beach and then the Panhandle, tell me those aren't.
It's two different worlds.
It's not even different universe, different galaxy.
So everybody, if you were watching last week, everybody knows that we were doing a group project tonight, and I'm hopefully giving everybody a quick start. It's not going to take long for me to show the start. We were working with the tin cans, plastic containers, whatever you want to use, so that we can make utensil cans or hairbrush cans, a matching set, whatever you want to call them. I'm using them as my paintbrush holders and all my crafty stuff. So before Grace shows the video, I gotta spray this, but I'm gonna show how the videos that I'm showing are gonna show how I already mounted this.
Love it.
To my flooring. And you see I did my little makeshift screws on the back, little nuts and bolts that I picked out, flathead screws to put on the back. And I also glued these cans with beads of glue underneath with the locket glue so that it can be really tight in case this stuff gets heavy. So the videos that I'll show next week will show how I mount this on my wall. Everybody's not going to mount their project. Some people are probably just going to sit them on the countertops or in the bathrooms or on their craft table, whatever you're using them for. Even if you're using them to keep like your kids' brushes, barrettes, things like that. But what I will say, if you are using these cans, and like I said, this one is a Parmesan cheese container. It's plastic. I suggest you use plastic containers if you're using them for like kids projects, because the inside of these tin cans are very sharp. I've already cut myself 3 times. And if you're not going to line the insides of the can with like some rope, I'm gonna just show people really quick how I lined this with some leftover rope and the twine or whatever. But you can use that on the inside of the can so you don't cut yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, if like you're digging in it, if you have to reach down, and hopefully you won't have to reach down in them to get things. That's why I have things that I can pull right out. But if you do have to reach down, please line the inside of the cans with something protective that you may have. Like I just showed you the ropes. And if you got extra twisty ties, you can do that. Line the insides with the glue gun, some twisty ties, so that you won't cut yourself. So with that being said, I'm going to show 2 quick videos of how I assembled and put my things together.
Look,
and
what an interactive show we have this evening.
Oh, thank you. Let me just kind of turn this way. Yeah, so I'm drilling holes into the can and the board. You know, I'm a leftover piece of flooring that I pulled out of my neighbor's recycling. Well, his trash. It's my recycling, my upcycle. So I used this great piece of flooring, turned it on the back side so that it could be black. I actually cut off the edges. Was that Dennis hugging me?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought I cut that out. You know, he always comes out.
I love it.
When I'm working on something. So what I am going to do tonight, since we're getting started, hopefully we're getting started and people are at this point. Some people may be further along. And I do ask that if you are doing this project tonight, make sure you take photos and send them to me. I'm ducking down just a little bit so I can make sure I'm in the full screen. But I do want people to know a couple things that I did use. If you're going to mount them to your walls, or you're going to mount them to a board and you don't want to drill into your piece of whatever you're using for your backing, if you're going to do it like that, I would suggest you use some really thick, a glue gun is not going to work to mount the cans to this, because eventually it'll peel away, it'll get heavy. I would suggest you use, I'm using, like I said, Locket, and I love it. And I just wanted to show people a couple things. Locket comes up, it's like $4 a tube, and I would suggest you buy these little covers. They're called the red caps. If you have a caulk gun and you plan on doing this, and if you do these kind of projects, they look like little condoms, and they're so cool. They come like 50 in a pack. You can look them up on Amazon. You can get them from Home Depot or wherever you go, and you keep them on. And believe me, I've had one of these on a caulk gun for about a year. When I was working on my basement, they last. So you just roll it right on there. I just wipe the caulk off and roll it right on there, and they just last. So I would suggest people get those instead of trying to worry about putting a plastic bag. You know, people get the little baggies and put a rubber band around it and eventually forget about it, and then it starts to dry out and you've wasted some really good glue. So I would suggest buying these. And if, again, you want to know the name, they're called red caps. Little red caps. Caulking tubes and glue bottles. And they're really cool. So I would get them if you have that kind of stuff that you want to, anything with a tube. So I'm using my glue gun, my new glue gun, for the first time tonight. And what I want to show people is I'm getting started on the project, because when I start working on my kitchen, I'm doing canisters. I'm going to mount them the same way, but I want them in white. So I'm using like pieces that I tore out of a magazine. Just going to do one can tonight, just so we can get started. The rest will be at another point next week, and you'll see my project. But I'm doing them in all white. I've just tore these out of the Real Simple magazine. So whatever color pops up on them, I don't really care. I'm just concerned about the white. And my hot flash right now. If you're having a hot flash, let me know.
Buyjack.com/B-Phlat to get
Yes. Buyjack.com. Get your flash rags. All right. So what I'm going to do first, y'all know I'm super particular about how stuff is done. I don't like rough edges. So I always get my paper cutter out and just slice off the part, because I like clean edges, where you can see where I tore it out of the magazine. So I'm just going to do that really quick. I don't even want to be bothered with that. Toss it in the recycling. It's like, and then I just turn the paper because I try to measure my stuff out so I don't have leftover scraps. So I say, does the paper wrap around the can this way? No, I still have spaces. So I'll be like, does it wrap this way? Yes. So what I'll do is measure it. You know, I eye everything. So I'm just going to measure this. I measure where my finger is on this piece of paper, and then that's where I'm going to cut it. And make my strips really quick. All right. I'm so glad I don't have heavy makeup on. My face is so sore from yesterday. They was killing me with all my cheeks hurt. I was like, I
really?
Need to let my face rest. Yes.
How the hell does Sherri do it?
Does it? I don't know how she does it. They do that every day. I'm surprised her face doesn't break out. She has great skin. So I'm sure they recommend like great products for her to use so that she doesn't break out since she has to get that done every day. And she's been doing it for so long. Her skin is amazing. But I can't take it because I guess my skin ain't used to it. So anyway, I'm just cutting up some quick strips to wrap around my can. So I did discover when I made this one, and I'm going to move it out of my way, that I should have put the Mod Podge on it first, but I just glued the strips down and then put the Mod Podge over it, which left me with air bubbles and ridges and stuff in the cans, which I really don't care about because it's my first time doing it and it's a learning process. So I don't even care. I'm spray painting this and sealing it. I'm spraying it with the Mod Podge
you got
sealer.
It. Sure.
Yeah, I have a spray can of this in my garage. I'm going to seal it before I mount it, but I just want to, again, just show people how I'm going to use it. I'm moving it out of my way. Let it sit there for a second. And if anybody has questions, just kind of hold tight. Because I'm going to use my glue gun for the first time. The one that you can actually... It's rechargeable. It's so super dope. But it only lasts like 2 to 3 minutes. And that's the thing about a glue gun. Whenever you glue, you have to do it quickly within like 15 seconds. Otherwise, it's going to dry up and be plastic and you're going to have to redo it and it's going to be lumpy. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a bead of glue on here really quick. And that's the thing about a glue gun. You always, if you're starting out with it, you should put 2 sticks in because one pushes the other through. And be careful and don't burn yourself. So what I'm doing, why didn't I get my
the weed?
No, my little stick. You know, I be using my popsicle stick to smash everything down.
Of course.
I don't know where it is, but I'm gonna use this toothbrush that I use to clean up projects with. And then what I'm gonna do, and I'm actually gonna put this back over here, the little thing. I'm just going to open this up really quick and just kind of show people. I dipped mine right in all it is like glue that is amazingly straight. And just kind of paint it around the can like that.
Nice.
And then I just started pressing it so that I don't get the air bubbles as I go along. And be careful, like I said, because the insides are sharp. So make sure you're holding it with your fingers and not like up against your actual hand, because I've already cut myself a couple times. And then I just do this like that and try to get it to where they meet. I'm not gonna do the whole can. I'm just giving everybody a simple, quick tutorial so that they can finish on their own. That came up short. Ain't that that's that weed.
Would peel and stick wallpaper work on the cans? Asks Fab540.
It may, I think it will, but I still would put a backing behind it in terms of I still would use the Mod Podge, the glue. Just kind of like even when you buy wallpaper, people, and you put it up, and it's like self-sticky, they tell you to still put the wallpaper paste behind it to give it that extra adhesive. I'm just going to throw a couple of this in here. And the great thing about this, once you get it on here, look, I cut myself. I just realized that.
Oh.
Chris, the funny thing is I cut myself on these 10 cans and don't even know it. Look, you see I'm bleeding. You see the blood?
It's like one of those cats bit you.
Yes. I got all these little cuts on my fingers. So that's why I said you have to tape the insides of these cans. And the great thing about this, since I added this little piece of paper on where it's short, I'm just going to do like that because I have to do this anyway. Go over the outside of these once you get all the papers on with the Mod Podge.
Now, next week on the BIY, we'll teach you how to deal with an infected finger.
Yes. Yes, because it might be that by then if I don't go and tend to it soon. But I can't leave the show. And I don't, Jan, my cousin gave me this can. So shit, the cat might have been on
have to send her the bill.
I was like, Jan, can you bring me a can down here today that I can use? So anyway, I just did one strip. But like I said, I put a bead of glue on there to kind of hold it in place. Do the glue, wrap your strips. You don't have to wrap them. You can do whatever you want to do, however you want to pattern your cans. But I would say get 4 of them to work with so we can make a set. And next week, once everybody is done with the painting and the Mod Podge and let them dry, I'll show mounting techniques with the actual caulk gun for people who can't do the drilling. And then you can watch the video again regarding the drilling. And I would suggest also, if you're painting right now and you're done, I'm going to have blood on my flash rag under my arm. Oh, let me stick. Look, this is how I get away. I'm sticking my finger.
No, not in the... Oh.
I know, but I just want to get the blood off. I did it before I stirred it up.
Maybe go visit. Maybe visit the ghost lady in the door. Go wash your hands in the regular bathroom.
I will really quick. No, I got sanitizer right there. I'm gonna just use that because I don't want to leave the show.
You're gonna holler.
Make sure you stick your brush in some water quick, because if this dries on your brush, you will not be able to use it again. You'll be done with it. So I'm moving this out of my way, and really, really quick, let that sit there. And be ready for the group part next week when we start mounting. And like I said, I want to see people's projects. I do have something to give away for the best canister project, which I will be announcing next week. Let me go and do my little drop loop.
Miss 007 says it's my birthday. I'm trying to get like MM on the last episode. Happy birthday, Miss 007.
Happy birthday, Miss MM. Chris, I'm going to jump into my feature. Although I don't know what happened. I thought she was going to log on. I don't know if there was some miscommunication between Brenda Miller and I. But I am going to show her man cave, because she inspired me to show Dennis's man cave. And let me get some hand sanitizer really quick.
You're gonna yell.
I ain't got nothing in front of me. It's crazy. All my stuff is over there in the bag. I ain't worried about it. I'm just going to go with it. So, and if I smoke, I won't think about it. Oh my goodness, I got all these dances to do for Jamie and Mark, Doc Shue, Michelle Baker, Joanne Austin, Brenda. I got to get up and do what I got to do. Let me show, before I show her flip, I want to let people know we are going to be I'm going to show an organization project next week as my BIY, but I'm going to be featuring the finalization of these things, because I want people to see what I'm working on and how I use. This fell off somebody's furniture, and it was outside on the sidewalk, Chris.
Really?
I put it on and I wrote Alfie plus wit on it. It was like a little cap that goes on a table. And I was like, ooh, I can use that cap to put on. So this board has like Dennis's beads on it from his bracelet that broke. This dove that I put at the bottom actually came off of the front of a Christmas card. I'm always recycling, upcycling, and using things. So yeah, this is how I'm going to show people how I brought all this together and the other stuff that I'm working on, the final projects to bring my Barbados trip together. But yeah, this is my welcome board. It'll be on an easel, and people will see this at all our little events. I think it's cute.
It's very nice, and you've done.
So I do have to take.
So hard.
I'm letting people know when you work with a glue gun, it's like all this stringy stuff that's left over that kind of looks like spider webs. So I take an old toothbrush, the one that I was using on my glue project, and just kind of brush over these things lightly to get rid of all of the little spider webby looking glue. And then I'm taking these outside, lay them up against the wall, and spray paint them with the Mod Podge, because I have to transport these and pack it. And I don't want nothing to fall off.
Right.
Because they have to go all the way to Barbados.
Gosh, that's so great. What a thought.
Yes, and like almost 10 days, 15 days or some shit. We are leaving soon and I have to get ready. So, and I just want people to see this come together. So we'll be done by 10:30, show. I'm definitely going to keep it a tight show, although we're supposed to be done by like 10:15, but we're moving along. It's just been so much happening. I've had an exciting Monday. I always have a great Tuesday, and I just want to make sure I report. There you have it. So don't know what happened with Brenda. We've been communicating. I don't know if she thought maybe next week or anyway, she was supposed to be live tonight. I sent her the login information. And anyway, Brenda, I'm still going to show your man cave stuff because it's super dope. She, like I said, she inspired me to show Dennis's. And the thing about doing a man cave, it's more than a flip. You're going to spend some money because men need stuff. They need a big TV. They got to add a video stuff.
Like an orange couch?
Yes. And that's the thing about Dennis's. His man cave was not a flip. I was able to flip a few things in there. But for the most part, as with Brenda, she spent money, but I ain't spend no money down here because I know how to do some shit.
That's right.
So that was the difference between me and Dennis's offices and areas.
This is more of a...
So I'm going to show these 2 videos and then we'll walk through 9 quick photos and I'll tell people what she flipped and what she's doing and what I plan to do.
Got it.
Hi, B. This is Brenda Miller. So I'm going to try to do a little short video so you can see what I'm talking about. Child, this room is so boring and so just a room. And I really would like to make it nice for him. So I'm walking in. See, he got a ladder in here. He used this room for anything. On the walls. The curtains are nice, but they don't match in here. I want something different for the window. It's just one window. One of these chairs is leaving. Probably the one in the corner. This is where he has his DJ equipment. I would rather that be over this side and then have like a double lounge chairs with with the cup holders and for his be able to plug in his phone and stuff like that. And I would want the TV to be on this wall. We'll hang the TV on that wall. And then I want some stuff on the walls. Okay, and then these shelves, which we'll probably keep. So I want to do something with those shelves. And then there's a closet, but the closet is going to be, of course, closed. But look, crock pot. Jars of jam, box of Amazon delivery, just stuff.
B.
So, yes.
Hey, B-Phlat. This is Brenda Miller again. My first video was too long, so let's do this quick. He has his own bathroom here. This is going into, that's his DJ area.
Now, this is the after.
That's got his seating area with his cigar bar.
Yeah.
Got his little cigars.
Nice.
And
that's so much better.
little shot glasses and whatnot. He has shelves that I already had. Memorabilia from the Washington Eagles game we went to in D.C.
Nice.
This year. Old stuff he had from when they were Redskins. He has a refrigerator. That's his television. Nice size for the games. That's his Sean's Man Cave sign. Stuff on the walls, which I probably will put some more stuff for his little DJ area. And that's the room. So if you look at the first video and look at now,
so
it's
much
a big difference.
Yes,
Thank you, girl, for all the ideas. I love Tighten Up Tuesdays.
That's so
Thank
great.
you, Brenda. So if people recall, Brenda and her husband they had the flash rags and they were celebrating their 60th together in Vegas. and she was at the bar, if you remember in the picture, and he had the flash rag over his head. They were like, it was 102 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
So I just wanted to kind of remind people, this was the photos that of Dennis's man cave upstairs that was a labor of love, which of all my projects are. And like I said, it inspired her wanting to do that, inspired me to show these. So I'm going to show her photos and kind of explain to people some of the stuff that she did and what she used and how she inspired me to come up with an organization project. So the next photo, I think it just kind of shows how she cleared out the room. And obviously we know she still kept those curtains, which work for the man cave. It's not too feminine, not too masculine. It's kind of neutral. And you see they got the television, and I'm sure that costs more than the flip right there. Mm-hmm. There you have it. It costs more than my flips. So she, the next photo shows, you know, how she just was clearing the area out. Now, I do want to, she did say that they broke their son's old desk down and used that portion to make the bar. And when I looked at it, I was like, oh, that is from a desk. So that's where she used that. So I like that she, you know, thought to flip that portion into his little cigar and bar area in between the two chairs. So I did want to mention that. So the next photo just kind of shows again how she brought it together. And then she said, of course, we know she already had the window dressings. And then the towels and things that she put on the walls. If we notice, one of them is like a scarf, like that you wrap around your neck.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of cool in a man cave because Dennis has, it's different now, totally from what you see in the pictures. He has like his Dallas jerseys on the wall and like some skull caps, just like right up in the wall. I think that's kind of cool. He has a Dallas Christmas stocking, just kind of like hanging off stuff. And men like that. They don't always have to have their stuff framed and like presented like that. They like their stuff. Like they want to be able to take it down, touch it, or tell their boys, yeah, you see this my sock right there. It's my lucky sock.
The three most important things, or four if you count the TV, the three most important things in that photo are the two chairs in the bar. That's great.
Exactly. And that's what a man cave needs. So I like how, even though it looks like those chairs are big and bulky and don't fit in that, it's perfect for man cave because that's what they need.
Yeah, for sure.
They need two big.
They sure do.
Yeah, so I think that she did a good job with that. She was just saying the things she purchased was the recliner, the TV, and the wall, and that, you know, the Sean man cave thing and the refrigerator. But everything else she had and just kind of, you know, worked with it and moved it around. But I'm going to have to work with her and other people on closet organization because everybody has a closet like that, Chris, with like where you might store your coats, kind of like my under storage here where I got like glassware that I don't use. I only bring it out for like certain holidays and heaters and suitcases. So I want to work and show people how to, I'm going to do a little more with my stuff under here and show people how they can use better storage, organize some things. Because I saw some stuff like her crock pot, things that are in crates, and those are good ideas to have in your closet, like some crates to put things in. Make sure you label them. Isn't that a cool man cave sign?
It's very nice. I like the green. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's got the steins. You see the steins under the M.
Yes.
Yeah. I will say this too. What I noticed the most outside of the actual action of this, did you hear her at the beginning?
Meaning in terms of,
you know what she said when she was talking? Obviously, she showed support for you. The best part about that whole video is that she just wanted to do something. She felt he deserved it. She wanted to help him out. She wanted to do something good for him. That was my favorite part of the whole thing. Is she saw something and she thought, this person I love would appreciate this more if it was different. Shout out to you. Yeah. That was wonderful to hear.
And I'm glad that I helped inspire her to do that.
It's about you.
No.
You brought it back to you. It's the B-Flat, the most B-Flat moment of the night. Give it up. B-Flat created love, everybody.
I love to hear that I help inspire people. That's what.
Of course you do. It's what this
I
is about.
I ain't talking to your ass. I'm about to do these dances before I do my irks and works.
Yeah.
Which comes in from Picasso Gail Rice. Shout out to Florida. So I got to show love again for Kathy, Jamie, Mark, Doc Shue, Michelle, Joanne, and Brenda. Oh, Chris, I told you in the comments, you supposed to ask people they need to shout out what they want me to do.
What shout
somebody's
out.
like, oh, they're like, can you do the funky chicken? That's
I
the
got
bread
one.
snapper.
I got one for you. Can you do the
Funky
what do we
chicken.
call it?
Funky
The
chicken.
do
Funky,
shoo away the cat. Do the cat kick, the feral cat kick again.
Ah! Get to it. Get to it. Get to it. Get to it.
That's my favorite. Oh, let B know what you want. Everybody's going wild in the comments. I'll tell you in a second why, B. Oh my gosh. The dances are perfect.
Oh, Chris, you should
B
see.
loves you.
I couldn't see. I come out there and be like,
Jamie says do the doo-doo brown. That's the feral cat stuff.
the dude brown. I wanna rock, I wanna rock, I wanna rock. Doodle brown. The song too slow for the Doodle Brown. I wanna rock. The song too slow. Yeah, you gotta have fast. You need that loop music for the Doodle Brown. I need the loop music for the Doodle Brown.
Kill me.
I wanna rock, I wanna rock, I wanna rock.
Missy shooting with the Cabbage Patch. Yeah, Cicely.
do you know this
Cicely
dance
says
go with
she's
the
serious
Doodle
about
Brown?
those cats. What?
This dance goes with the Doodle Brown. I wanna rock, I wanna rock. Oh, Doodle Brown.
No, I
Doodle
don't know.
Brown.
I recognize it, but I don't know where. Oh,
Gotta get the leg up.
of course. I mean, that's
All right,
very
so
important.
our
You want some
Irks and
comments?
Works.
Oh, please go ahead. Let's power through. Power through.
Comments after my powering through. My Irks and Works. Shout out to Picasso Gail Rice. She's irked by stores that sell expired food. And I'm with her on that one.
Mm.
The work, always check the dates on food you can't, because you can get very sick from old cake mixes and old canned goods. Sound like Gail had an experience.
Yeah, you don't mess
Check
around
the
with
date.
them.
Yeah, but
I went to your favorite
I do
Schnucks
that.
yesterday, by the way.
well, you know what? I find that I get a lot of expired stuff from the corner stores.
No,
It's always
Schnucks. No. Schnucks. If you
not at
if
a
you-
grocery store.
Schnucks won't sell it
Unless
to
you're
you.
at Aldi.
They'll say, "Oh no." Well, Schnucks would say,
You gotta
"Oh,
check
you
it
can't
out.
have this. You can't have it."
So,
Really?
and the dollar stores, some like the Dollar Generals, because remember some of those things are coming from major markets.
Yeah,
that
right.
If they don't sell, then they because they're like they're discount stores. But the corner store, the healthy stuff that people don't buy is the stuff we get, and it be in there forever.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, oh, these cashews expired in July. And they'd be like, oh, thank you for bringing it to our attention. I'd be like, ain't this a bitch? So, at least twice a month, we get something. And I forget to look, but it's sad I have to look. But do it because you can't get sick. So shout out to Gail. That was her irksome work. Check the
Great
date.
one, Gail. Yeah.
And we got to ask Chris Deasy that came in from B Squared. You
Hey,
know
B
that
Squared.
she loves asking you great questions.
Well, here
So you
before
wanna
we
know what
before we
this
do Ask
is?
Chris Deasy. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, please. After you.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
do the Ask Chris Deasy, and then
Let's
I'm
do
going to
it.
do the comments.
This is a favorite comments
Oh,
section segment. All right. What do we got?
check it out.
In my burnt orange. In my burnt orange.
In your burnt orange. What do you do in your burnt orange?
What do we got, B? Ask Chris Deasy off. That's right, B. We got a poll to get to too.
The Chris Deasy is. Do you know the meaning of the following statement? Don't write a check your ass can't cash.
You asked that last week.
No, I did not.
Mm-hmm. One
No,
more
I
time.
did not.
One
I
more
know
time?
what I wrote. Ass. Do you know the statement? Don't write a check your ass can't cash.
I'm pretty sure you did this last week or 2 weeks
Nope.
ago.
No, I did not.
Okay.
I know what I did.
Of course, I know what it means.
What do you mean, Chris?
Don't talk yourself into something that you can that you can't get yourself out of.
That you can't get yourself out of. Mm-hmm. You got it. Because last week, it was, did you take somebody to the voting poll? And the week before that, which you might be getting confused, it was that crazy question. It was I asked you, do you pull the toilet paper off the toilet roll? But B asked the question before. In terms of recycling the toilet paper cord, it was it's funny because I have a whole stack of her things. I just put them in order. I think it was a question about something, and it meant you had to fight. It was like if somebody it was about ass. Yeah, it was about it's a fight though, but it had something to do with the ass.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the cousin. It's the cousin to calling somebody like Catfish B. And you're like, oh, why do you call her Catfish B? All mouth and no tail. It's like one of those sayings.
I feel like I need to get up and do the Sandman.
Jamie says B's got receipts. F. Smith Welch says, there you go, Chris. Oh, my gosh. Sharnice Charles said spare ass.
Yeah, it was spare ass. It was... Did you bring a spare? I hope you brought a spare ass. No, I hope you got a spare ass at home.
Okay.
That's what it was.
My mistake. There's a huge difference between the two.
Gotcha.
Got it. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. We've got a poll. We've got comments. We're ready to rock it out. What do you want?
We're back on track. I'm reading this How They Hold Them Down, which came in from Gail, and I thought it was so cute. It's on her paper. And it's going in my scrapbook, yes. And then I only got one photo show, Chris, and it's 10:30. We on our regular late schedule. Okay, so
you get the Sandman for your regular late schedule line, okay?
Okay. So Gail says, how we hold it down. And this was called Fridays Maybe, Mondays Pay Me. We wrote a check for groceries on Friday nights and dated the check for Monday because we got paid on Monday. Back then, you had 2 to 5 days before the check would clear. We lived paycheck to paycheck. Now I'm retired and on Social Security, never ending. Very thankful. Not to get the groceries on Friday. You know you got to get them on Friday so you can eat good on the weekend. So I thought that.
That's right. Okay.
That's right. When most people would normally go shopping on a Sunday, they smart. Get it on Friday just in case the check don't clear. You ain't got to worry about it. You can eat all weekend, and they paying us on Monday. So we good. I thought that was funny. So thank you, Gail. It's definitely going in the scrapbook with all the others. Isn't that? Look at that, Chris. You see that? 5 is my magic number.
That's beautiful. That's very kind.
Nice thank you notes. It's just so much irks and works, and I do appreciate it. I got one. My show is coming up, and it's actually almost sold out, and everybody's trying to get tickets and hitting me up about it. And my free list thing is over. It's done. So I can't get any. And it's funny because I have people here in Philly that are driving down, and they were hitting me up talking about, you got any tickets left? And no, you just have to get tickets. It's 2 shows. And I would call, is there a number on there? Or I would hit up that website and make sure.
There sure is. Saturday, November 19th. You know what this is?
Bowie.
The Bangin' and Bowie comedy series. See, I said it right. Rodney Perry, B-Phlat, 2 Ray. Doors at 5:30, Showtime 7 and 10 p.m. Free parking. Don't forget that. Great food provided by Ruby's Southern Comfort Kitchen. 2 full bars featuring Alisar Vodka by G Natural or Gnatural. JoeClar.com 301-805. I think that says 380. Is that right, Grace? Or is that 6880?
I know, but I'm going to be posting like crazy. Putting it in on my story.
Go to
making a reel.
Bowie. Okay, go up. There it is. Yeah, 80. I still can't. Oh, it's 6. 301-805. Grace is really driving the point on here. 805-6 880. Thank you so much, Grace. And go see B-Phlat and some other very, very funny comics. If you're in St. Louis, you know what you can do, B?
Come check out your show.
Central Stage. It's a poppin' show. On the bill this week, our buddy Nathan Orton is back in town. His brother is the professional wrestler Randy Orton. Do you know who that is, B?
No, I don't do wrestling anymore.
He's a St. Louis guy. Randy Orton is. He's like the biggest wrestling star in the world, but his younger brother is a really talented stand-up comic. He's been in New York for a couple years, and he's very funny. He's on this. Tom Brown, Meredith Hopping, J.C. Zabala. Mike Anthony was on TMZ. He was one of those people that would like interview, and he was a regular at the Laugh Factory for about last 10 years in L.A. So come out. You can get tickets on MetroTix. If you're in St. Louis, it's a great room. We might be there before too long. You never know. That's every Thursday.
Right after Christmas.
Highly recommend it. The first 2 weeks of this show have been so fun. We've had great crowds come out.
And I did see the pictures, Chris. I vouch for you. They have been packed shows, great mix, and it just looks like a fun crowd.
It really is. It's a party. Mix. Yeah. I host it. Get people right up there.
Like all black or all white or all this.
It's a mixed crowd.
Mix. I just love people. So I like when people come out to laugh. And that's what I see at your shows. When you're showing me all the footage and like the shots with all the people in the back, I was like, it's dope shows.
It is.
And you got a good mix of talent on the show. So I'm looking forward to it when I come home after Christmas.
That's right. B, before we get out of here, comments have been wild tonight. So shout out to the B Casa.
So let me hear some of these great comments because you know I always got to hear from them.
So we had a poll. What color is DZ's sweater? Poll's complete. Straight brown wins it at 61%. Kind of orange, kind of brown had 23% though.
It could be my screen, but it looks brown to me.
I'll say this: it is way more brown than I let off saying it was burnt orange. But the orangeness is not coming through. The lighting needs to be probably turned up a bit. I see it when I look at the laptop screen. It looks different than when I see it on the TV screen.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there's a little orange hint in there, maybe some rinds.
Fair argument.
Quincy says, "I'll have to make it to a show." Yes, please come out, Quincy. Let me know. I'll hook you up. If you're a listener and you're in St. Louis, DM me on Instagram. Give you the B-Flat special.
Go, Quincy, and let me know because you know I won't have to send Mark. You know I'll send Mark. He gonna give me the lowdown because he went up there to look at the place. Like Chris, remember when you was telling me about that place? And I was like, I don't even know what it looks like. And Mark went up there and took pictures and sent them to me.
Oh, you have a spy?
Yes. You know Mark do it all. Mark was like, I'm going to take it. He was like, I haven't been up there. I don't know, but I'm going to go look. And I was like, oh, that's nice. And then you sent me the pictures of the inside.
Oh, of the Grandel or Central Stage?
No, Central Stage.
Oh, it's a great room.
This is like 6 months ago. I said, Mark, go up there and tell me what it looked like on the outside.
What is wrong with you? You are paranoid. Joyce said Chris needs better lights. Everybody was Cheryl was asking something about a paint sprayer. I don't see the question. I'm sorry, Cheryl. Maybe ask it again.
They're hard to work with. If she's thinking about getting one.
Yeah.
I've always thought about getting one.
I always try and find the legitimate questions.
Okay.
Sorry, Cheryl.
The paint sprayer question is probably a good one, but
yeah,
I can't even recommend them because I'm doing my research on them. I just know that they're hard to deal with. They're expensive. If you're going to use, I really should invest with one, but the one I need, you got to buy the separate air pump and the tube. And if you don't clean out the gauges and do the things right, like professional painters, they really know how to use them. I don't want to use the cheap ones because they tend to spray and splatter like the paint drips. So if you're doing something like I want to do my cabinets in my kitchen, and it's always been a nemesis of mine because I'm trying to debate what type of, if I want to spray them or just use spray can, you know what I'm saying? It's just too much. I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. But when I do, we'll be able to entertain that spray, whatever question they got lost because it's been on my mind for at least a year.
Oh my gosh. This is great. Everybody, the questions, Cheryl's questions lost, but basically everybody had names for the color of my sweatshirt. Doo-doo brown was one of them.
Jamie said that. Did Jamie say it was doo-doo
I
brown?
believe so. Yeah. We said, oh, hang on. Oh, somebody asked if I knew what "nuck if you buck" means. Yeah, you're fighting. Come on. I've been.
No, if you buck.
What's going on
If
with that?
buck, right?
KD says that brown sweater goes great with your yellow pants. Hilarious.
Oh, then you really be looking like Doodoo Brown. You'll be looking like an old banana on top. Right when it start to rotten.
Right when
like,
it's time
got
for
the brown spots.
Oh, save that for banana bread. Oh my gosh. Change your contacts, Chris, or flush your eyes with eye wash, says Shirley Lee. I don't wear contacts, so I guess I gotta flush. I actually have seen that shade of orange brown inside my son's diaper before. Okay. There it is.
Not the orange brown.
Baby poop carrot brown, says Joy. I said golden brown, says Pack 93. Thick vegan afros laugh. Okay, yeah, great show, tight show. We've uncovered a few things. Is your spy on the ground in St. Louis.
I said yes, and if I say Mark, go up there and check it out. Hell yeah, and he'd be like, "I'm gonna run past there on my way to work." I was like, "Thank you, Mark."
Is the funniest thing I've heard. Oh my god!
I got people on the ground everywhere, Chris.
It's so great.
And I was on a mission. I could not find my Barbados hookup, right? I couldn't find an email from Tony. So I get this thing saying, I'm calling everybody. I'm talking to everybody. Talking about, you know somebody in Barbados? You know anybody in Barbados? And people are like, why? Why? You know why? Don't be talking about no why. So then I'm talking about, I had like 15 people on the hunt. I get this text saying, did you leave already because you didn't hit up the... I was like, thank you, God. They remembered. Well, I wrote the number down big. I didn't want to leave Chris. Put it on my forehead. So, because I was like, I got to find their number. Because they was like, girl, don't be trying to get it on the beach. I was like, no, not at all. Yeah. Because I don't know who is undercover po-po. Well, I got to have my stuff ready.
Smoking a fentanyl sandwich.
Oh, no. I was like, we don't mess around like that. That's why I was like, Lord, where is he? I could not find the email or Wayne. Let me quit putting their name out. I couldn't find their number. I was like, but now I got it. So I'm actually going to write it on the... I'm erasing my Uncle Durkee message that he wrote up there about me and Dennis. I'm erasing Uncle Durkee message off. Focus on you, focus on y'all, focus on each other, and no one can touch you. When y'all see that next week, he's going to have a number somewhere that I need for Barbados.
Make it happen. Joy says, tell B we'll scout out Lake Worth for wildlife for her. Beautiful Soul
Please
says,
do.
ooh, I like BB. Also, a couple shout outs, and we missed this. Dr. Kym EJ says, what did I miss about Lake Worth? I think we were just talking smack about reptiles. Yes.
Yeah, we talking about alligators in your backyard.
Because they're there, and they are hungry.
And pythons.
That's pythons have eaten like...
Chris is trying to discourage me from going.
No, I think you should go. Just more animals, the better. Salim says, hello, B and Chris. Hi, all the way from Dubai.
Did y'all hear what Chris said? He said, more animals, the better. I am a human animal. I am a human
I would
being.
never call you an animal. Number one, I'm talking...
You said the more animals, the better.
Ma'am. That has
out of context. I'm just messing with you, Chris, because I'm a comedian. Damn.
Yeah, well, don't forget where we're at and who's...
You sound like the dude yesterday when he was micing me up. He talking about... This how you put that on the back. I said, you can't. I said, you must have had a lawsuit or issue about harassment because you can't touch nobody. I said, you can't clip it on my hip right here. He talking about, just clip it on your hip. Go up your... I said, I see one of them. You ain't trying to have no drama.
Heaven Sent says, I caught that B. Yeah, Heaven Sent, get out of here.
See, Heaven Sent caught that. The smart people.
I knew that. No.
I was like,
now you're gonna start a thing. No, I'm saying you interacting with things outside of feral cats. We're talking gators, snakes, all the Florida animals. That's just
I get it. But see, that's just it, Chris. I'm not interacting with no gators. I'm not.
You're gonna be if you're in Florida.
I've been in Florida. I ain't never seen an alligator where I'm at. I've seen them lizards.
Oh, you haven't seen it because they're so easily camouflaged. They're there.
No, most people keep their grass cut real low. You'll see a big ass alligator in these big Florida backyards or walking around. You can't miss an alligator unless you're in the water.
Yeah, you miss them right until you're you're knee deep in their mouth.
Oh, well, I ain't worried about that. Not at all.
A quick shout. I wanted to throw this out. Last week, if you missed it, made his glorious debut on the show. So many compliments, and I just wanted to compliment the energy and the fun that you two had. It was great.
All the people that gave me nice shout outs for our 60th. I'm sure I wrote it down, Chris. You know me.
Candy says,
Irina,
Chris,
Jamie,
let it go. I'm going to talk about it for another 20 minutes.
Devon, Nikita, Antonia, all of them gave me nice 60th, Cash App shout outs. So
very kind.
I forgot we had the 60th that last week. And tomorrow is the brief and bake. It's going to be on and popping on. That's why I'm drinking water today. Whiskey tomorrow.
B.
If you want to overnight me some of that leftover Jack y'all got from the summer festival, Chris.
I have a meeting with Jack Daniels next week.
And the edibles.
There's
we can have it for the party tomorrow.
Too.
Well, we're going to call it a night. It was
Heaven
a late one. It was a good
show.
one.
Yeah,
thank you.
Everybody's just having a good time. This is great. Be Gone Wild with, yes, Quincy gets it. That's what I'm talking about. Love everybody. Picasso's, you're the best. Also, Grace pointed out a comment that said Grace and Key should get cash apps for their hard work. Don't be playing with B's money, Grace.
It all come back to you, Chris. It all come back to you. And they get a portion of it.
You got to pay them. All right. Thank you, everybody. You're wonderful, Picassos. You made the show. Me and my orange shirt are going to have a good night. Bye, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Love you all. See you next Tuesday. Be ready.